Hello again, everybody. Toby Burrell and Mike Treadway along with you on this Tuesday night from Swain County High School, where the Lady Devils have Robbinsville in town for conference play. And it should be another interesting night at the ballpark. Helpman with a shot right out of the banks and rebounded over there by Liz Ayers. Sorry for that. Now Ayers controls the offense for the Knights, who come in. There's a three on the way right away. That one's going to be tracked down over there by Collins. The Knights come into this game, Mike, 5-4 and 2-1, or 1-1 in conference play.
Should make for an interesting matchup tonight.
It should. There's a steal right away, stolen back. Ross open on the wing. Now she'll reset things as they've got two posting up. That's not a good thing on the same side. Yance puts the ball on the floor, tries the layup, misses it. Rebounded over there by, we're just going to call her Jimenez, because I got no clue on the first name. You took a crack at it after warm-ups.
Yeah.
Yaka-Marie,
maybe.
Yaka-Marie. Jimenez. Stolen by Heltman. Now Heltman with Ayers to beat. All the way to the hole, a foul. That's going to be on Ayers. Her first. And the first of the game. And it will send our Maisie Heltman to the line for a pair of free throws here. We're 0-0, 1 minute in. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday night here from Swain High School. Lady Devils and Black Knights to be followed by the men's contest in that one. Heltman on the board first for the Lady Devils with a free throw. And she will attempt a second one now. And Swain, either way, is off the blocks. Collins with a rebound. Couldn't get the second one. And it's pulled out of there by Morgan, who steams the other way with it. Ayers holds up, kicks the ball to the other side. It is worth note that the Jimenez girl, number 20 right there, is a freshman, Mike.
Well, she sure is fluid.
A call from the outside down on the low block. And that's going to be on Savannah Smith. Savannah Smith.
I didn't see that one.
Nor did I. That one rattles out for Jimenez. I was just getting ready to comment on Taylor Collins picking up her first foul of the night, which is always an issue in terms of barometer of how the game's going for the Lady Devils. Foul trouble tends to dictate that. Smith with a big rebound there, and Ross will stream the other way, setting the Swain offense. Heltman on the low block. Ross works her way down, picks off the screen by Levin inside, and we got a travel on Ross. So Black Knight basketball, we're 1-0. Excellent softball score. Basketball, we'd like to have a little bit more.
We'd like to pick that up just
1-0. If you got somebody really strong in the circles, a good thing. So the Knights move the ball around here on the outside against the Lady Devils zone. There's a clean look over there by Levin. It's off, but right underneath the laid in as Jimenez on the rebound. 3 rebounds already for the freshman. Black Knight pressure. Smith beats the pressure. Now it's caught from behind by Jimenez. She kicks it, and there's the call on that kick. Wish it had come a little sooner, so neither one of those starting centers would have piled onto the floor trying to catch that ball.
It's funny how we don't see that kick called every
game. That's a kicked ball. How did Robbinsville end up with it? That is crazy.
Well, everybody makes mistakes, Coach.
And Morgan gets a layup out of that. Wow. And now we're going to talk about it after the basket's already down, but they're right. They ended up giving that ball to Robbinsville, even though they called kick ball on it by the Black Knights. You, of course, have the liberty of being able to rewind that at home on the Maroon Devils Network. We don't have the instant replay that Coach White is so fond of on the football booth.
With his telestrator.
Yeah, we'd rewind that for you, but we don't have that.
That would be nice. I'd like to have that during the basketball broadcast.
Now he's lobbied me to get the little pen and all so he can diagram it up.
Absolutely. I can draw us up on the block and do some post work and all that.
So we've talked about it.
That's an option in the real world?
I guess.
Wow. When we get our truck, that's what we'll do.
Yeah, when we get our truck, we'll do that. So now we're going to straighten out with both coaches, and I assume they're going to go to the scores table and take 2 points off the Black Knight ledger board. Unfortunately for Michaela Morgan, who scored those 2. And pretty soon, the offices in Secaucus, New York will come back with the instant replay verdict, and we'll be back to playing ball.
Ready to go.
That's the way that works. They're on the phones right now. Paul Crawley's down there on the phones with Secaucus. Paul's not here tonight. Sorry about that, Paul. If you're watching, we missed you.
Well, he's such a fixture. You just assume
I just assumed he was here. He's not. So the Knights are going to come out now with a 2-1 lead. So much for Michaela Morgan's first bucket.
My score sheet's off now.
Yep. And now they come out in a simple 2-1-2 zone. Heltman, a clean look in the corner, shoots it back. 10-2-3 is good off the Yance pass. So Heltman with 4, the Lady Devils with 4. Heltman almost a fingertip on that. They say she did get a fingertip on it. And that ball out of bounds over in front of the Swain cheerleaders to be inbounded by Jimenez, who seems to be everywhere on the court tonight, unfortunately for me.
Giving you lots of practice on her name.
Why is it always the complicated names? Good block by Collins in there.
That's terrible.
Even better job officiating-wise to finally let a female block a shot. Because normally that's an automatic foul call in the girls' game, and that was a good block by Taylor, good rebound on her part. Unfortunately, we couldn't convert. 5:20 in your first here from Swain High School. To the corner, Yance just out of her hands, all the way inside. And that's on
that first foul we've talked about.
Liz Ayers draws it. That's going to be out of bounds underneath for the Black Knights. 4-2 again your score, 5-11 in the first period of play. We'll be with you again next Tuesday, as we told you a while back. All of the Lady Devil and Maroon Devil home games this month, in the month of January, are on Tuesday. So just settle back, make it your Tuesday routine. We got Blue Ridge coming to town next week for it. And the Black Knights, of course, still playing catch up from their successful run in football. They and Murphy as well. There's a shot on the way, and I guess if you can't find anybody open, the best thing to do is just knock down a 3.
Well, Ms. Lovin looks like she's accustomed to doing that.
So back to spread out zone, or we man? We're man now. And so Yance with it out there, finds Heltman. Heltman on the dribble, cross court, weaves it back outside to set the offense. Now we've got an influx of people going everywhere, and second foul on Collins on an offensive screen. And Becca Wolf quickly up off of the Swain bench. Jimenez is checked out for the Knights. Natalie Beasley, a much nicer, easier name to pronounce, checks in, and I am grateful to that substitution. And so now up the court comes Ayers. She digs in. And good cut off on the baseline by Yance. Back out top to Lovin. The Ayers and Lovin work that side of the court now to the other side to Beasley. She goes to the corner to Cable. A lot of ball movement in and out. There's a shot on the way. Yance pulls down the rebound and heads the other way. Ashton into the front court. Over to Ross to set the offense. There's a steal. That's Beasley, just fresh into the game, as we said, and Beasley with the basket. So the Knights quickly jump into their pressure, and it is 7-4 now, Black Knights. We're at the 3:46 mark of the first quarter of play from Swain High School. We got a foul. That's going to be on Ayers, and that could be a big deal for the Knights. As she is their primary ball handler, she will now check out. And Lanesha Pagan checks in. All the Marine Devils try to break the press. And there's a foul over there on Beasley for trying to cut off Heltman. Beasley's first, Black Knight third by my count. So Heltman will set the offense now at the 3:40 mark. Heltman works out there against Michaela Morgan. Good job by Smith turning into that. Good shot. And that's on Lovin. Fourth for the Knights, first for Lovin. Savannah Smith to the line for the Lady Devils. First one on its way and just short for Smith. Normally a very accurate free throw shooter, at least I think. I've never seen a statistic on him, so I don't know.
We don't keep the week-to-week stuff. 1 for 1's good, though.
She's 50% for tonight. 7-5 your score. That's Pagan with the ball on this wing. Heltman pokes it away, and then it goes out of bounds off of her. So it will be Black Knight basketball. And that is Loving to inbound. And now Pagan works baseline, pushes off on Yance. Yance is going to get whistled for a foul. It's a tough call for Ashton. Her first foul of the game, though. It will be the fourth for the Lady Devils, and to trigger it in is Lanesha Pagan from underneath the Black Knights' own basket. Maisie Heltman steps right in and picks that one off. Good job by Maisie. And an offensive foul on Heltman. So into the game is Haley Anderson for the Knights. She will get Morgan out. Three minutes exactly remaining in the first period of play. 7-5 your score. So Knights weave in and out with it.
I certainly want to
three
attack
on the
that
way
zone.
from Lovin, and she's got that one. So Cambry Loving with 6. The Lady Devils with 5 at this juncture. Smith with the ball on the floor. Beats the press, pull-up jumper, banks it, rattles around, and home. Savannah Smith with her third point draws Swain back to within 3. The Knights up the tempo just a little bit here. Pagan over to Beasley, who works it to the corner to Cable over there. She beats the dribble on Wolf. Shot is off. Yance tries to rake it and cannot get a hold of it after it went out of her hand. Michaela Morgan has received some instruction from the Robbinsville staff. Checks right back in for Kennedy Cable. And now it will be Pagan to inbound. Good hands, and that'll be Swain basketball as Yance knocked it right back to Pagan, who caught it. And still doesn't really realize what just happened. And Yance inbounds to Heltman now, working against the pressure. She goes back across her body, poked out, right to the waiting arms of Haley Anderson for the lay-in. Yance, Heltman, and Ross try to break the pressure here. Heltman all the way to the wing. Ross left alone. 3 on the way. Back iron no good. Wolf fights for it, keeps it alive. Smith up with it and good. Savannah Smith with the basket. Good hustle there by Rebecca Wolf to keep that one alive. The Knights weave the ball back in, working it towards the corners all the way to the baseline. And there's to just throw it into your body, get the foul for Beasley. And that's going to be on Smith, her second. We think. I think he finally settled on 14 there. He went through several numbers. 2 on Smith, 2 on Collins. Stop me, Mike, if this sounds familiar.
Well, they've obviously decided the formula is to attack, attack, attack.
Beasley makes the first one for her third point. 13-9 your score, 14-9 now. Beasley with 4. And now they're calling back the pressure at a minute 32. So they will sit up in a half-court set defensively on the Lady Devils. Heltman brings it across, comes across off the Smith pick, back to Smith. She looked down low. Wolf is working. Heltman with a 3 on the way, back iron. Wolf, good rebound, back out to Yance. Yance will reset the offense. Wolf throws it wildly across the floor. It's stolen over there by Pagan. And the Knights head the other way. Layup is good by Natalie Beasley.
They certainly like to keep the pressure up, don't they?
Under a minute now. 16-9 is now your score. Heltman clean look at a three from the corner. Back iron no good. That'll go off of Robbinsville and stay Swain basketball with 40 seconds left in your first period of play. So Ashton Yance will trigger it in for the Lady Devils. Heltman comes off of that, has to get her arm back, and does so as Haley Anderson had a good piece of Maisie Heltman's arm. It'll be her first, but we should be barreling towards a 1-and-1 here shortly for both squads. Savannah Smith gets that one, backs her way in. Yance clean look at a three, lets it go. That doesn't go for her. Michaela Morgan rips the rebound down and speeds the other way. And that one's out of bounds off of Anderson as she caught that ball while she was out of bounds. 26.9 remaining in this one. Michael Turner yells instructions to Heltman, who now sets the play for the Lady Devils. Smith with the screen. Roll to the basket and good. Nicely done.
Very nice play.
Now into the front court comes Pagan, back cross court to Beasley. She dribbles, hands it off all the way baseline down to Morgan. Yance with a block. Pagan caught that one out of bounds and there's no call. And Bree Ross will get charged with a foul right there unless it was after the buzzer. It is not. So Ross is first. That's good news for the Lady Devils. But the bad news is Michaela Morgan will get a pair of free throws here to close the quarter. And the first one is good for the senior, who will now have a second attempt on the way. And Morgan rattles that one out. So the Lady Knights will take a 17-11 lead at the end of the first. Set here in the second quarter of play. Lady Knights with a 6-point advantage here to open the second quarter. Ross picked up that foul at the end, and she is in her first. Morgan drops and drives to the basket, lays it up left-handed. Collins comes out there, but it's ripped out of her hand. And that foul will go against Ashton Yance. That'll be her second. Check that on Taylor Collins. How do you get that call? 3 fouls on Collins. Wow.
That one wasn't even close.
Wish we could go to Secaucus for that one.
I keep messing up my score sheet.
And messing up. And that one. What? We violated the lane? Okay. So Collins comes out. Savannah Smith back in. Coach Michael Turner's rotation is now screwed. And Bree Ross grabs the rebound despite being pushed from behind as she got it. Now she crosses over, heads into the paint, drops it off to Yance. Cross court to Heltman inside, batted away. Heltman goes barreling for it, gets it. Everybody's on the floor, and the foul's going to be on Maisie Heltman. So they are definitely in a 1-and-1 at this juncture, probably shooting 2. And speaking of 2s, that's 2 on Maisie Heltman. Yes, we are in the 1-1. We have to be. For the record, 7:28 remaining in the second quarter of play, and Robbinsville will enter the 1-1. Swain has 9 team fouls, 1 away from Robbinsville, shooting 2 for the remainder of the half. So revolting development here in Gotham City, fans. That one's off. Smith plucks the rebound down and hits it ahead to Heltman, who goes in. Let's make sure that's not offensive. It's not. That'll be on Jimenez. So Heltman will get a pair of free throws here. And Swain has been on 11 here for a little while. We're right now on a 1-zip quarter, as the Knights have only scored 1. Heltman gets the rattle, and that one goes.
We'll take it.
Absolutely, at this juncture.
They don't have to be pretty, just get in.
Heltman's second now on the way, and the freshman now for 5 points. Check that, 6. 18-13 your score. Short corner shot on the way. Smith pulls the rebound, gets it out to Heltman. She goes all the way to the basket. Shot on the way, rebounded again by Smith. And Savannah will get a pair of free throws to her benefit here after the offensive rebound. So good hustle by Savannah to come out of there with a rebound and be the second white jersey on the offensive end to clean up the rebound.
We have a very athletic lineup on the floor right now. We can run with them if we choose to.
Smith cans the first one to pull the Lady Devils to 4. And now we'll attempt the second one, and it is good as well. So Savannah probably working on a career high at this point with 9 points and 4 rebounds here in the second quarter rather, just underway. So Knights work the perimeter here, looking like they're screening the zone an awful lot. That's poked away now to the corner. She goes baseline, and that'll go out of bounds. Swain basketball. Almost a foul on Yance, and back into the game will be Liz Ayers, who started this game as a Black Knights point guard, but has been on the bench with 2 fouls. Heltman with the ball, 6:32 remaining. Half-court trap on the way from the Knights at this juncture. All the way across court to Ross. She has it knocked away. Wolf back to Yance, back to Heltman in the corner. Open look at a 3 for Maisie, and it's down. So Heltman with a 3, her second of the night, and the game is tied at 18. Right back inside, and right there is the 3rd foul on Savannah Smith.
Let that position get away from her.
Yep. Iona West off the Swain bench. Is the Lady Devils' lone senior. She will check in here to try to buy Michael Turner some time till halftime as Savannah Smith checks out. Both post players for the Lady Devils, 3 fouls each. Second one on the way from Matheson, and it is good. So 19-18 now your score. Pressure returns for the Knights. Yance, Ross, and Heltman handle it easily. Ross all the way to the basket. Shot it, missed it. Matheson with a rebound. Now Ayers steams into the front court to the corner. Dribble improvement, and there's a foul, and that's going to be 2 on Yance.
I think they'd call that a little ticky-tack foul right there now, considering some they've let go.
11 at the line, and she makes the first of what would have been 2 anyway, because we are over the limit by a wide margin. To set the foul situation for you, both post players who started the game with 3 fouls, that's Smith and Collins, Heltman and Yance with 2 fouls each, and Bree Ross with 1. So that free throw was good from Lovin. Heltman is able to poke that away. Mugged, no call. Improves her position, goes to the basket, puts it in. Way to stick to it for Maisie. Now all the way to the basket, despite the moving screen. The step in, rolls around, no box out there. West tries, it'll be Swain basketball thanks to the Iona West hustle. So Yance to throw it in. Hits Heltman. Heltman gets hit. Steady story tonight. There's another one. And that's going to be on Pagan, her first. Swain basketball on the side. Oh, wait a minute. We're in the 1-and-1. Hold the phone. So 5:36 remaining in the second quarter play. Both teams are in the 1-and-1 now. Well, check that. Black Knights are in the bonus. Swain's in the 1-and-1. So Maisie Heltman will go back to the line. She has 11 already in the game and looks for her 12th here on a 1-and-1 opportunity. Nothing but net for the 5'10 freshman. Heltman with a second free throw forthcoming. That one is up and good as well. So Swain takes a lead now, believe it or not, Mike, at 22-21.
We just keep fighting and scratching with them.
That's Ayers to set the Black Knight offense. Easy pass inside of Morgan. She makes good on that. That one was way too easy for Michaela Morgan. Now Ross will bring it up against the Black Knight man-to-man. Ross goes all the way inside. Shot is off. West tries to tie up, and we got another attempt to tie up, but their foul will be called. So Matheson comes away with that. That's Becca Wolf with the foul, her first. And that will be 2 free throws on that end for, who was that? Carlin Matheson. So 5:05 in this Smoky Mountain Conference tilt. Free throw back irons for Matheson. And she'll have a second one. The Knights with a 1-point advantage, 23-22. Second one rattles home. Takes a scenic tour before it gets down. And they are going to put Michaela Morgan squarely on Maisie Heltman.
A little box and one now,
invite
Coach.
Somebody else from the Swain squad to score.
Nope, straight man.
Well, it's pretty loose.
Thought we'd get to see something interesting like a box and one. Haven't seen that in a long time.
I'm not real sure what they thought they could achieve by just jumping out there and banging on Iona West repeatedly with the ball in this kind of environment so far. But a foul is called, and I will go to the free throw line. It's West's first attempt tonight. And as we talked about Iona in the past, her job is very simple, to buy as many minutes as she can for Coach Michael Turner, and she's done that tonight. She's played extremely well. Heltman has to let Ayers go. There's a layup that's product of foul trouble. And now Ross brings it half court. Yance has got it. She goes all the way to the hole and was fouled. No call. Again,
wow.
Matheson with another rebound, and that one skips out of bounds off of Beasley. Hannah Epperson into the Swain lineup. She will check in for Becca Wolf, and we've got a timeout Swain. It will be 30, so we'll keep it right here with you and let you know that next time we see you will be next Tuesday with Blue Ridge in town on that night, and should be an exciting night of men's and women's basketball for that one as well. In the meantime, wrestling picks up speed this week with 3 matches in a row, Thursday, Friday, and a tournament on Saturday. So they're going to be very busy as they lead up to the big epic showdown next Thursday at Robbinsville. So that should be a dandy.
That should be a dandy. It's nice that we're continually measured in the top of the wrestling in our conference. With kids getting in the state tournament and doing well in the state tournament year in, year out.
And dual teams coming up after that, which we feel quite confident that we'll make dual teams. I remember a time when we said that with our fingers crossed, and no longer is that the case. That's the expectation. Tells you a little bit about what Adam Jaimez and his staff have been able to do with that wrestling program over the years. So Swain basketball, 4:22 left. The Knights have edged back up on top by 4 here. And Swain will work against an extended man-to-man pressure, I guess, as a attempt to. West comes away with that. Finally does. Epperson throws it to the corner to Yance. She gets it inside to Heltman, who comes away with it, is mauled twice. And
it's getting awfully rough out there,
Coach. It is getting rough. And I'll be honest with you, Mike, it's one of the things you and I talked about prior to this game is what happens at some point when a team decides they're going to be physical with Maisie. How's she going to handle that? I think you saw the response right there. She's not going to back down. She's going to continue to work. And she beats 2 players, ends up on her butt, and still scores the basket with no call underneath. Swain down 2, and the Knights attack the zone. Epperson to the middle, and that's all the way to the hole by Beasley. So back up to 4. Ross will bring it up. Heltman will be guarded by 1.5 players at this juncture. Her and Morgan are working hard underneath. And we got a whistle. Let's see who that's on. It's on Michaela Morgan. There's a lot of movement for position under there, Mike. And they finally got Miss Morgan with that one. But her and Heltman were absolutely getting after each other on that low block. And we're fortunate that didn't go the offensive direction because Maisie was actually giving as well as she could get down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was not going to be bullied on the block.
She's not backing up from it, that's a fact.
What we saw is the 2 officials confer, so let's see if that was a byproduct to that physical play down there that they're going to keep an eye on or what. So Heltman's first one is on the way, and it is no good. So into the game is Ayers, who had checked out. She gets Pagan for the final 3:17. Swain trailing by 4. Heltman's second one up. Back iron, front iron. Epperson kept that one alive. Good job by Hannah.
Good job, Hannah.
Coming in to keep that one alive and get a possession for the Lady Devils. Now Robbinsville will go back to their zone. Ross 3 on the way. Back iron no good. Poked out of there. Can Epperson come away with it? She does. And Hannah Epperson steals another possession for the Lady Devils. That's the kind of play that Coach Michael Turner and his staff need from Hannah. They try to get it into Heltman. It'll be Ross instead. Now Ross will put it on the floor, back her way down. Goes up with one hand, misses the shot. Ayers with it. Ross dives in, tries to steal it, and it's called for the foul. Bree now with 2. And Robbinsville shooting free throws. Ayers will be at the line, her first attempt, but as a Black Knight point guard, you almost got to feel like she's got to be a good free throw shooter because they like the ball in her hands. Anytime a point guard dominates the ball, she's got to be a good free throw shooter. The back end is Lovin and Matheson, 2 starters, check back in. Second one on the way, and it's good from Ayers. She now has 4. And we're at the 3-minute mark with Swain trailing by 6. In the corner is Heltman, guarded closely by Morgan. They're going to guard everybody out here pretty loosely and help on Heltman. So now West dribbles down, thinks about it, dribbles back out, up top to Epperson. She finds Ross. Ross to Yance. And Ashton all the way to the hole. Lay up with her right hand, and that's the first 2 of the night for Ashton Yance, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
She's always so hesitant to take her shot.
Yes, she is. So it's 30-26, 4-point advantage inside of Morgan. She looks down low. And that one is good by Matheson off the Michaela Morgan pass. And now Heltman will bring it up against Morgan. Epperson 3 from the wing, banks off, no good. Morgan with the rebound, her third, and now here comes Ayers steaming the other way. And there's a foul on Ross before the ball was thrown into Ashton Yance's feet. So 3 on Ross, 3 on Collins, and 3 on Smith. Angel Parsons up off the Swain bench to see her first action. This is a 6-point Black Knight lead at that point. Ayers makes it 7. Morgan will get a breather. Lexi Daniels sees her first action. Haley Anderson at the table. She will come in as well. And Parsons got Ross. 158 and a 7-point advantage. Make it 8 on the Ayers made field goal. So now there's a little confusion as to who has Heltman. Nobody, so she goes right onto the basket and lays that in. Thank you kindly. The Robbinsville staff is incredulous that somebody checked in the ballgame not knowing if they had her or not. Ayers works against Parsons now. She penetrates. Epperson stopped her penetration. And did it again.
They are sure letting them play, Coach.
There's foul. That'll be on Cambry Loving again, we think, and that'll be her second. And we'll send Yance to the free throw line. Some stellar play, to be honest with you, from Hannah Epperson, the sophomore, who is enlisted to play inside tonight, and I'm not sure she's ever done that before. At least she hasn't on our broadcast.
No, but she has certainly performed admirably so far.
Second one on the way from Yance, 1:30 exactly, and the Lady Devils continue to stay close as they are now down by only 4.
I'd like to see Ashton go ahead and assert herself because she could score and do all the other things that she does as well.
Epperson again. We've called her name a lot. Heltman all the way to the bucket again. We've called her name a lot. Scoring despite the odds. Here comes Ayers. Beat Parsons. She does. All the way to the basket. Epperson, and a charge on Ayers. Her third. Hannah Epperson, have yourself a game, kid.
She is lights out right now.
Liz Ayers 3 for the Knights, and the Lady Devils can tie this game with 1:05 left in the second quarter of play with 3 starters on the bench with 3 fouls. Who would have ever predicted that? Back up top to West, to the wing to Epperson. Back up top to Yance. Go with it, Ashton.
She ought to just turn herself loose and take it over.
Pagan takes it, misses it. Morgan there with a rebound. She goes in and misses that. Epperson, the only white shirt in there battling. She loses that battle, and Anderson lays it in on the offensive glass. So Swain now, as Heltman will try to beat Morgan, does, kicks it to Epperson, back to West. Finds Yance, 22 seconds and counting. Yance on the dribble up top. And there's a foul.
Golly, Pete, that had to be a foul.
Pagan's second. 2 shots for Yance. 16 seconds remain, 36-32 your score. Becca Wolf quickly off the Swain bench to buy some time for one of the other people in foul trouble, Heltman or Yance, either one. They both have 2. Yance gets that one to go. And here comes Hannah Brown to play some defense as well. She's going to get Yance. So Coach Michael Turner is going to try to play this possession with a back line of Wolf, Brown, and Epperson. The sub does not get in, so Yance will continue on. Has to back away from that layup attempt, but it's pulled down over there. And now right into a brick wall and lays it in anyway. She walked. And that's going to do your first half of play with the Knights on top. 38-33. We'll be back with second half action. And we're back, fans, for second half action. It will be Black Knight basketball. 38-33 your score following the first half of play. And to start the second half, it's going to be West for Smith in the foul trouble situations. Shot on the way, 3 long and back iron. Rebound, run inside. Collins tries to get it, can't. Stays straight up in the air. And there's a third attempt, another offensive rebound. This time by Jimenez. And so the Black Knights will reset their offense. Jimenez on the wing. They're looking inside. Now back across. 3 on the way again by Love. And this time Yance has got it. And Ashton will take it the other way. Hands it off to Heltman. She pulls herself back out. Up top to Yance. 3 on the way. No good. Front iron. And it will be Black Knight basketball. So Ayers with the ball. She has 3 fouls. Brings it across half court. Heltman and Ross pick her up. The Black Knights trying desperately to work that short corner and bring Michaela Morgan from the top free throw line down and force Taylor Collins to play her. Going all the way to the hole. Morgan with the rebound. Her 6th. Now she steams into the paint and puts it down. Michaela Morgan has been a good player for the Black Knights for a long time. I'm glad to see that she is a senior. It feels like she's been over there for 27 years or so.
They're making us suffer every time.
Every single time. West and Ross exchange the ball, exchange positions, and now they try to go inside, batted away down there by Matheson. And it will be Black Knight basketball. Ayers goes in, misses the shot, misses another shot, misses another shot, another rebound. So Jimenez and Matheson raking up the rebounds. Runner on the way from Cambry Loving. And it is suddenly up to a 9-point advantage, a 4-0 run to open the third quarter play on the Lady Devils. Backdoor cut. And it'll be Robbinsville ball. Becca Wolf gets Iona West.
I suppose we got a finger on it. Or a fingernail.
Thought Robbinsville got a finger on it. Shot from Matheson, and it is good. Just like that, timeout, Lady Devils, as the Knights go on a 6-0 run to open this quarter and take an 11-point lead. It's a 30-second timeout. And they're going to stay right here. And we'll see what adjustments Coach Michael Turner and his staff make during this timeout as the cheerleaders try to get the Swain crowd involved. 44-33, 11-point lead, biggest of the night for the Black Knights, and the Marine Lady Devils have some digging to do to get out of this hole.
It's difficult to do when you're in such foul trouble. You have to really be careful.
Maisie Heltman up to 19 at the half for the Lady Devils. Savannah Smith with a strong 9, but she has 3 fouls. At this juncture, the Lady Devils will open with West and now Becca Wolf on the court. Robbinsville goes man-to-man, but it is loose. That's an understatement. Collins is able to save that. She puts the ball on the floor, and Bree Ross appears to be injured. It stays Swain basketball. We're at 5:31 left. Lady Devils desperately need to break the momentum here by the Knights. Inbounded to Ross. She goes hard to her left. Floats over to Collins. She spins around, misses the shot, dug out of there, but right to Ayers. Will steam the other way unmolested because both players are in foul trouble.
Yes, sir.
Smith up off the Swain bench. The run has now become too sizable to overcome and wait any longer to decide whether or not to go back to Smith. Collins with their first basket of the night at the 4:57 mark, basically 5-minute mark of the third quarter. So 18 full minutes off the clock, and that's going to be on Yance, but it looked awful lot like a contact by Matheson over there. Third foul on Yance. Smith and Beasley check in. Robbinsville ball underneath. Lovin and Wolf check out. Morgan with a clean look at a shot. Smith with a rebound, throws it away. Blocks the shot despite not jumping. And now everybody spills, everybody to the floor. There's bodies everywhere out there. Looks like a scrum, and it will stay Swain basketball, or Robbinsville basketball. So inbound, three on the way. Front of the iron. Smith with the rebound. Heltman misses the shot. Smith with a rebound, hit on the arm, no call. They'll spill away. Here come the Knights. Morgan will lead the break. Bounce pass, batted away by Collins. Nicely done. Heltman all the way to the bucket. We got a whistle on the play, and it's going to be on Beasley. Second on her. Heltman to the line. Maisie's first one rattles out. She's 5 of 8 at the line. Kennedy Cable quickly checks in for Carlin Matheson. Heltman's second free throw on the way and good. She's now up to 20. Beasley with the ball into the front court. Looks to Levin on the wing. Levin back to Beasley. Beasley on the dribble. Kicks back outside. Jimenez three on the way, and it is good. So Heltman works now inside position to Collins. She's got the ball. And that's going to be on Cable. I have a feeling we could probably get a lot of those calls, but the problem is being able to get the ball down on that low block to her in that position.
And that's the key. Just trying to get the ball down there without turning it over.
So Yance with an ill-advised long pass picked off there by Beasley, who lays that one in to extend the Black Knight lead. 51-36 now. So now they're trying to go inside again. Thrown, but it will stay. Nope, it will not stay. So Morgan to inbound here, and the Knights look to build their lead even further. Jimenez crosses over all the way into the paint, running shot up and off. Collins blocks it, rebounds it, finds Heltman. And Heltman goes all the way to the basket, drawing another foul. That's on Natalie Beasley, her third. Heltman back to the line. Unofficially with 20 points so far. That one's short. She'll have a second one for her troubles. Second one on its way and good. And here comes Beasley speeding the other way. Kicks over to Lovin. Morgan sets herself up in the middle, but Beasley all the way to the basket. Yance with position, has the rebound over there and steams the other way into the front court. Now crosses over, has got it again, goes all the way to the hole. Nobody stops her. Jimenez comes out with a rebound, leading a three-person break. 3-point on the way, and it is good by Cambry Lovin. 54-37. Long entry pass to Smith. Back to Heltman. Heltman spins her way in, splits defenders, goes hard to the hole, and is fouled on the play. That's going to be on Michaela Morgan, her second. Heltman goes back to the line. and will try to cut into this Black Knight lead. First one on the way hits the scenic route, hits every part of the rim up there and goes down. So Matheson and Anderson in for Morgan and Cable. And Heltman with a second one, shooting for her 23rd point of the night. It is up and long, back iron, no good. Collins, a good rebound. Tries to fight for it, no call. Smith in there, up and in.
Nice, nice, nice.
So the Knights working on the perimeter now. Jimenez is out front, 2:20 and counting. We go down low to Matheson, shot on the way. Yance over there with the rebound on the backside. She steams the other way as hard as she can go. It's hit by Jimenez and stolen. She dug it out of there. Now she will go the other way. Leads inside. Collins with a rebound, and now she's mugged inside. We got a call, thankfully. So Taylor Collins doing yeoman work in there trying to control the boards despite her 3 fouls. And who did they call that one on? Anderson?
I think so.
So Ross now works against the trap and brings it up herself, pitches it over to Taylor Collins to set the offense at the S, and Taylor is called for a carry.
Really?
So it'll be Black Knight basketball. 148. The carry in today's game, by my standards anyway, Mike, is kind of like holding in football. You could probably call it every play if you wanted to.
Just whenever you want to take that one.
So now the Knights spread things out a little bit, looking to run a little clock with a 14-point lead. That's Levin over there, back up top to Beasley. Now Beasley on the floor, goes all the way past, kicks it all the way back out to Jimenez. So Jimenez into the paint, kicks it down to Matheson. Inside Jimenez again. Yance over there battling for it, mugged, no call by anybody, anywhere. You got to have possession to call a timeout. Never mind. I don't know what I'm doing here. Whatever.
That entire melee right there, and there's no fouls, there's no anything besides a timeout when nobody possessed the basketball.
Probably in our favor, though, because that was Taylor Collins and Ashton, excuse me, Yance, so it could have been 4 on either one of them.
Or both.
Or both. 54-40 your score, 1:17 remaining in the third. The Lady Devils have survived Foul Fest, but they have not survived this run by the Black Knights, and now trail it by 14. They need to dig into this lead right here. Starters have been on the floor for about 5 minutes together in this third quarter, which the way the first half ended was not something I was sure we'd be able to say the rest of the game.
No, I wouldn't have thought so either. I thought we'd be in there with our subs scrapping it out. Of course, now with our starters having to be so reluctant with their foul trouble, Robbinsville's just attacking the basket at will.
Yeah, and they may get a fourth foul right here. Wide open, walks into it, shot on the way, no good. Smith, Collins down there, and Collins with another rebound. And another block. Heltman's shot is off. Smith barrels into him.
Wow.
And now goes the other way. She tiptoes around Michael Turner and throws the ball out. So we've switched to a man-to-man, and we're not going to guard number 5. And it will be Swain basketball. 46.8 in your third period of play here. Yance inbounds to Ross. They will bring it up against the Black Knight man. Nobody covers Bree. She tries to throw it inside and has it taken away. Now Yance with 3 fouls is the lone person back to stop the break, and the Knights take advantage of that. Heltman steams the other way, looks inside, finds Collins, a spin move by Collins, and she's going to the basket and is fouled on the play. That's going to be on Jimenez, her second. Becca Wolf off the Swain bench. 2 shots for Collins. She has 2 points tonight to go along with 7 rebounds and 5 blocked shots despite the 3 fouls. First one is good. So Wolf and Lanesha Pagan check into the game. Savannah Smith will check out. One more free throw here for Taylor Collins. 24.4 separates us from the game's final minutes. And now a missed shot. Can Wolf track it down? She tries. Saved over there. It'll stay Swain basketball. So Becca Wolf doing a good job getting that done. Hannah Epperson back into the game for Collins. Smith checks back in. And so Smith and Epperson, who gave us solid minutes in the first half, seeing her first action here of the third period. That one batted out of bounds by Jimenez. Dangerously close to reaching over that line. And there's a front post up by Smith. And now the Knights have a breakaway, and Jimenez will lay that in easily.
She certainly doesn't get around like a freshman.
No, she doesn't. Now Heltman will bring it up. Swain trailing by 16. She penetrates, is hit on the arm, gets that to go anyway.
Another young lady who doesn't get around like a freshman either.
And that one is no good. So after 3, it'll be Robbinsville 58, Our Lady Devils 43. So we're back now for the game's final 8 minutes coming your way, and all bets are off. Swain starters back in the lineup. Michaela Morgan right inside of Maisie Heltman's hip pocket again for the Knights as they go man-to-man. Ross bounces it on the outside, now works her way in, pass inside to Smith, hit on the arm as she goes, but gets it anyway. So Savannah Smith with a good bucket, and Swain needs to make some inroads here. Around the dribble is Loving, shot up, battles, and goes. To Cambry Loving with another basket, 60-45 your score. Ross into the front court. Over to Yance. Yance guarded by Jimenez to the corner to Heltman. She turns the corner all the way to the hole and lays it in. Maisie Heltman again with a bucket. Now here comes Ayers into the front court, steaming away. Collins down there. Elbow comes out by Ayers. Spin move up and in. No call.
Trading baskets won't get us anywhere.
Yeah, a big flurry of scoring here. Inside to Collins against Matheson, double team. Shot goes out of bounds. Swain basketball. Gotta be, thank you. Jimenez with the block coming from the side, and it's
somebody else hanging off Taylor's arm, and yet it's going to be their ball. Uh-oh.
Smith is laying in a heap down there. Jimenez turns the corner, offensive foul on Heltman. And that will be 3 on Maisie. .6:55 left in this one, so not a monumental occurrence of the third foul. Now Swain into man-to-man, so along the baseline, Ayers bounces that one out of bounds. It'll be Swain basketball, 62-47 remaining in this one. Yance inbounds to Heltman. She'll be picked up at midcourt by Michaela Morgan. Collins comes out to set a screen on Morgan. Now we'll take the ball on the roll and work against Matheson. She dribbles inside, spins. There's the double team. No foul again. And coming out of there will be Morgan with the ball, and she will hand it off to Ayers. So Taylor Collins has got to figure out a solution to that double team that comes her way off of the other side of the post. Jimenez works against, and there's an offensive foul, no call. Ross comes out of there with it, though, fortunately for the Lady Devils, and now she goes the other way. She'll pull up, find Collins. Collins fires at Smith. Good pass inside. Smith lays it in. Now The Knights bring it up by 13. The corner, Matheson is double teamed, hands off to Morgan. Jump shot from the free throw line is good, and Morgan adds to her total of 7 so far on the night. Heltman into the front court. Morgan grabs at her. No call. Collins there. And will be called for the travel. Wolf into the game for Smith. And now it'll be Jimenez to inbound from in front of the Swain bench. Michaela Morgan with it. She'll set the offense, guarded by Ashton Yance. Morgan cuts the corner, lays it in. That was too easy. She's got 9. Yance with it. She goes all the way the whole, steps around, and it almost went. She's fouled on the play. And that's going to be on Jimenez. And we're at the 1-and-1. Ashton Yance will shoot 1-and-1, even though it looked like a shooting foul to me. Ashton with a chance to cut into this lead here, and that one rattles around but goes. She gets the shooter's roll. She now is 6 for the game, and quickly in is Natalie Beasley for Jimenez, who asked for a breather. What a refreshing concept that would be for Michael Turner. For him to have his starter to ask for a breather. And that one goes right back to Yance, Wolf, and Ayers spilled on the floor. Has it been every alternating jump ball go to Robbinsville, or is it just me? Sure seems like it. So now the Knights inbound it. Ayers will walk it up as she gets instructions from the Black Knight bench on what offense. Here comes a screen from Morgan on Heltman. She rolls to the basket. No pass forthcoming. Collins tries to fight through that. Ross beaten on the play inside Ayers. She misses it. And that shot is rebounded over there by Collins. Heltman into the front court to Collins. No double team this time. They clear out, and Collins makes them pay. Here comes Michaela Morgan, head down driving. Kick to Matheson. She thought about it, improves herself, goes inside. Blocked by Collins on the side, and we've got 4 on Taylor Collins. So that will put Carlin Matheson on the line, where she has been 3 of 5 tonight. 66-52, a 14-point bulge by the Knights. That one is off. She will get a second one here at the 4:26 mark. And that one's on its way and good. So Ross will set the offense now. Collins again inside, pump fakes and got the basket to go.
Great entry pass.
And that foul is on Natalie Beasley, her 4th. But I venture a guess that 4th foul on Beasley is not near as important as the 4 fouls on Collins. Her shot back iron, every part of it, misses it. Rebounded over there by Morgan, her 8th so far. Screen on the way for Heltman. Her and Ross switch it. Now back out front, another screen, turns the corner all the way to the basket, lays it home. That's Beasley. 69-54 your score. 4 minutes exactly remaining in this one. Inside to Collins, she fumbles that one away. Ayers steals it, steps out of bounds. So fortuitous for the Lady Devils.
They can certainly accelerate to the basket, can't they? Gracious.
Good thing Ashton had stepped in bounds. And now we got a melee over there. Ross spills to the floor. And a foul call. I'm going to guess that's on Bree Ross. Yes, it is. How did I know that? And it will be Black Knight basketball. 3:47 remaining. Kayla Morgan comes to trigger it in to Beasley. Beasley will work against Yance. Now Morgan has it with Ross on her, out top to Ayers and Heltman. Screen and switch. Matheson in the corner, back out top. Morgan double dribbled that one. So 3:31 and counting now. Heltman with the ball, brings it into the front court. Michaela Morgan's been her constant companion here in the second half. Ross on the wing, three-pointer on the way. Trickles out. Morgan tries and gets the rebound successfully, her ninth. Now heads into the front court, passes off to Ayers. Ayers to the bucket. Nice bounce pass to Matheson. And that's how you execute drive and kick basketball. Heltman on the drive all the way to the basket. That shot before the shot. And it'll be on Morgan. Her third.
That drive and kick's really not supposed to be that easy, is it?
No, it's not. So now we will have Heltman to shoot. And it is 1-1 right here rather than two shots. Free throw good. Taylor Collins ends up on the floor. Savannah Smith is going to check in for Wolf. It's 71-55. Heltman with a second one on her way as she inches close to 30 points on the night. Second one, high arcing shot, front of the rim, pulled out of there by Morgan in her 10th rebound. Ayers works against Heltman. Ross and Collins have 4 fouls each. Knights content to work some clock here as they try to get a good shot out of it. Ayers holds it up top, guarded by Heltman. That's a kick to Matheson in the corner. She brings it back out, hands it off to Beasley. To the corner to Morgan. She puts it on the floor and hooked that one to. And 71-55, 2:08 remaining. Heltman into the front court, finds Collins. She spins, goes the opposite way, lays it in.
It's a great move right there.
Timeout, Swain. It'll be a full. We'll take it along with you. 1:54 remaining, 71-57. So we're back after that timeout. The Lady Devils extend their pressure to full court. Taylor Collins with a sterling 9 points, 9 rebounds here for the game. All 9 points coming in this second half of play. Morgan drives, penetrates, kicks to Matheson. And we'll see how much of the clock the Knights are going to run right here. Not very much as Beasley breaks free for an easy layup. And now Heltman will bring it up, looking at Collins again. She goes hard to the basket, shoots it, misses it. Tries to have her. That girl's out of bounds when she gets the rebound, and she comes the other way.
Yeah.
So Ayers will now run some clock, 1:18. 16-point lead. Beasley goes right by Yachts, lays it in again. So we're down to a minute, and it's 75-57. Foul on the play. Wolf is off the Swain bench. That's going to be on Natalie Beasley. She is fouled out of this ball game, believe it or not, with 4 second half fouls. Heltman to the line. With 25 points, Yance checks out, Wolf checks in. Free throw good by Heltman. Heltman shooting her 16th free throw of the night. She misses that one. Heltman got the rebound, but not before her foot was out of bounds. So Hannah Epperson checks in for Savannah Smith. 58.7 is your time left. Matheson works against Collins over there. Here comes Ayers. She goes off the dribble, pulls it back up. Back up top, 40 seconds and counting. Jimenez is open underneath for a moment, but now they've found her. And now it will be a pass to Ayers. We're down to 35. Heltman tries to swap at it. Can't. Kicked over there. No call. That one goes down. It'll be a travel on Morgan, and she's going to be talking to herself tonight about turnovers. She's had no luck when it's come to that stuff. Hannah Brown checks in off the Swain bench along with Angel Parsons. That'll get Collins and Ross. So Swain has cleared their bench, and with 30.5 seconds left. Heltman to inbound it. Does so. Batted out of there by Ayers off the official. Ayers goes in. Is fouled by Parsons.
I guess he's part of the court of play.
Even if he's standing out of bounds?
I don't know.
I'm just asking for a friend. 34, Parsons with a free foul on the play. Her first. So starter Liz Ayers will go back to the line, and she misses. Iona West up off of the Swain bench. Ayers' first miss today. She was 4-4 prior to that. 12 points on the night. Maisie Heltman checks out with 26. Shot on the way and good by Ayers. One of the Black Knight starters. West brings it up against Michaela Morgan. So the final 27.8 seconds of this game will not be conceded in any way, shape, or form. West tries to go on the dribble, does so. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound by Hannah Brown. Steps up and under and misses that one. But Jimenez walks away with a rebound. And Black Knights fast break on the play and a travel call with 3.5 seconds left. So Lady Devils will inbound it, and not much else will happen out of that. And Swain will come out on the short end of this one. West with a runner, but it's not going to be any good. As the Black Knights take this one 76-58. We'll be back with men's action right after this. And we're set for action, fans. Swain and Robbinsville ready to duke it out here from Swain High School tonight. Conference basketball action. Jediah Littlejohn controls the tip, has it swiped out of there by Dalton Capps. So Capps with a steal to start the thing off. And the Black Knights will take control. Knights on the season 2-9, 1-2 in conference play, but one of those wins, a big win over Rosman the other night, 58-50. So same team that beat the Maroon Devils, and there's quickly a foul after Ornelius with a rebound. That's going to be on Nick. Was that on Millsaps?
Yes, sir.
It was. So Millsaps will pick up his first. And to the line will go A.J. Ornelius, a senior for the Knights. And he misses the first. And we're underway. 7:38, no score here from Swain High School. Ornelius will get a second one now. Swain with a considerable height advantage. Start Stuckey and Millsaps. Stuckey 6'4", Millsaps 6'7", listed 6'7". I believe him to be taller than that myself. Having seen him in the hallways of the school, he's a big man. Jediah Littlejohn with a three off the Vestal pass, and the Maroon Devils with a quick 3-1 lead. Here come the Knights working against the pressure. That's Clayson Lane. And now Capps will set the offense for the Knights, guarded out there by Littlejohn. 1500 Brooks works against Bradley Vestal. And Littlejohn now challenging Ornelius out front. Three on the way. Back iron no good. Pulled over there. And then out of bounds off of Capps as he goes spilling into the cheerleaders' laps over there. And it will be Swain basketball. So Vestal works against this pressure. Waldrop will help out. Littlejohn on the wing now. They beat it that easily. He thought about it. Now Stuckey looks. It's a zone. Littlejohn inside to Millsaps. He looks down low to Waldrop, and it's out of bounds.
Don't need to make that pass. Just go ahead and square it and shoot that.
Robbinsville ball. Swain full court man-to-man. The Maroon Devils record, in case you're wondering, is 4-9 overall, 1-5. There's a long deep pass. Millsaps gets beat, picks up his second foul on the play. That was Bryce Tisateski going all the way. Hunter Cochran quickly off the Swain bench as Nick Millsaps has picked up his second foul. So a couple of free throws here for Tisateski, getting back to the Maroon Devils, 4-9 on the season, 1-4 in conference play. But it's worth mentioning, Mike, that these Maroon Devils have lost 4 in a row since losing top scorer Zeke Bradley and second scorer Gage Southards to injuries that will cost them the season. So now Maroon Devils are playing shorthanded, and they've got to figure out where that offense is going to come from, and it's been a struggle through these first 4 games in January.
Yes, sir. Somebody's got to step up and assume that mantle. Yeah, that's not it.
And that's an offensive foul on Jesse Waldrop.
Jesse's a great spark until he lets himself get out of control.
3-3 your score, 6:31 remaining in this first period of play. That's going to be picked up and set down quite literally inside. And that's Ornelius trying to make the shot in there. He doesn't. The foul is going to be on Clayson Lane as Jediah Littlejohn had position on him, and he pushed Littlejohn to gain the advantage, and that was called promptly. Waldrop and Vestal walk it up. Back over to Waldrop, inside to Stuckey. Stuckey, couple dribbles, floater from the top, misses it. There's Waldrop with a chance back outside to Littlejohn. Clean look at a three. It's on its way, no good. There's Stuckey underneath battling again. Dug out of there by, and that's somehow an offensive foul on Jack Stuckey. I'm not sure how that happened, but okay. So Stuckey picks up his first, an offensive foul. Into the front court, Brooks on the dribble. He's got Vestal pushed away at a arm's length. That one's laid in by Bryce Tisateski, his fourth. And now that's Waldrop weaving his way along, and he is hit on the play. And that will be on A.J. Ornelius. Swain will inbound from underneath their own goal. Bradley Vestal to do the honors. Stuckey steps in and takes that. Pass right back to Vestal, and the inbounds play the Maroon Devils have run for a very long time, and Bradley Vestal knocks that one down. Tried and true. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Absolutely not. Just keep going to it.
6-5 your score. Maroon Devils on top 1-3 on the way by Hunter Brooks, and it's good. So Brooks is on the board with his first basket of the game. Dalton Capps with the assist. And the Maroon Devils, Waldrop and Vestal bring it up now. Kicked ahead to Littlejohn, who's hit over there by Clayson Lane. That'll be his second. Swain ball right in front of the home stands. Good crowd on hand tonight. And Landon Hall checks into the Robbinsville lineup. Clayson Lane checks out. The Black Knights are loaded with juniors. Three seniors on the team, and everybody else is a junior. Stuckey steps in and takes that. Up with a shot and good. Jack Stuckey on the board.
Great job, Jack.
Black Knights bring it up, 8-all your score. 5 minutes exactly remaining. We're just underway from Swain High School. We appreciate you joining us on the Maroon Devils Network. Shot on the way by Ornelius. It rattles around and is home. A.J. Ornelius with the bucket. The Maroon Devils handling the pressure so far with no problems. Vestal looks inside against the zone. Now Littlejohn drives, puts up the shot, misses it. It's batted out of there by Waldrop right to Stuckey. Stuckey maintains the possession. Littlejohn's got it, thinks about it. Back to Stuckey. Fade away from the corner is good. Jack Stuckey with another big basket right there.
Oh, Jesse doing what he does, right? Running around, keeping the ball alive.
So that's Hunter Brooks working against Bradley Vestal, who we said on this broadcast many times before is one of the top defensive players in the Smoky Mountain Conference in our humble opinion. Shot on the way, rattles around, hits every bit of it and is out. Now Cochran loses it, and it'll go to Tisa Teske. Shot on the way. Vestal corrals that one over there, and now we'll head the other way. 10-10. Vestal pull up three, unmolested. Bank is open, and it's good. Vestal with 6. Maroon Devils on top, 13-10. Halfway through this, your first quarter. Batted away by Waldrop. So the Black Knights work the perimeter out there. That'll be Capps again to reset the offense against Littlejohn. Ornelia springs free on a three, misses the shot. Hunter Cochran with a big rebound. Vestal will now take it up court. Maroon Devils looking to extend their lead. Capps gets a hand on it but cannot keep it in play. So Littlejohn takes the inbounds pass. Stuckey's got it. He looks corner to Waldrop. Knights in a 2-3 zone. They are spread out all over the place. Stuckey finds Littlejohn to the corner to Waldrop. They look top, back. Vestal's got a good look at a three again. That one's back iron. Bounces off no good. And rebounded by Landon Hall. We got a foul on Vestal, I would assume, on this end. And it is on Bradley. It'll be the Maroon Devils' 5th. Let's check. Yeah, 5th by my count.
That's what I have. Of course, that don't mean anything. I write them down when you tell me.
So Black Knights inbound the ball. Shot on the way from Brooks. Back iron no good. Hunter Cochran with his second rebound. Hands it off to Vestal. Vestal on the run into the front court. Over to Littlejohn. Littlejohn down low to Waldrop. He's hit over there. Spins. Shoots it. No good. And that will be pulled down by Tisa Teske. Under 2.5 remaining in this first quarter of play. 3 on the way from Landon Hall. It's front iron. And Littlejohn's got it. Nicely done by Judea Littlejohn to pitch that ball ahead to Waldrop. Now Vestal comes out of there with it after beating 2 Knights. Crosses over.
That's a block. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Wow.
That's terrible.
So 2 on Vestal.
Come
just
on,
like
Phil.
that. And we've got Connor Hyatt up off the bench. He's going to get Vestal, I would assume, who's picked up 2. In for the Knights is Chris Shope. He will get Hunter Brooks out. So tough turn of events there for the Maroon Devils. 2 starters, Millsaps and Vestal, now on the bench with 2 fouls. They play on 13-10, next man up mentality. Spin inside, poked away by Littlejohn, and Hunter Cochran, Johnny on the spot, pulls that one in and brings it up. Now Waldrop will take the 3 as they leave him alone, and Jesse knocks that one down. So Jesse extends the Maroon Devil lead to 6 at 16-10. Caps walks it up. Littlejohn will pick him up. Hunter Call at the scores table for the Maroon Devils. Down low to Ornelas. He works against Stuckey. Ball fake, misses it. Tap over there by Bryce Tisateski. Waldrop speeds up the court, hits Stuckey with it. Now they swing the offense to the other side. Littlejohn with it, looks inside to Cochran. It's poked out of there by Ornelas. And if that's on him, that'll be his second. It'll be Noel Wolf and Hunter Call for the Maroon Devils. And for the Knights, it'll be Landon Orr returning to the lineup. Stuckey and Littlejohn will get their first breather of the night at the 1:13 mark. And Noel Wolf will inbound it. He finds Cochran in the corner. 3 on the way from Hunter. It's front iron, no good. Waldrop keeps it alive, and then it's knocked out of bounds. Let's hope he's all right. It is. He is. That's off of Shope over there, and will remain Swain basketball. So Hyatt inbounds from right in front of the Black Knight water cooler. Shot is off by Hyatt. Rebounded over there by Landon Hall, and he comes the other way with it. Back off shot on the way from Tisateski, and that's good.
And Bryce is piling them up for him.
So Wolf weaves his way around, finds Hyatt on the wing to the corner to Waldrop, inside to Cochran. That one's up and off. And Tisateski gets the rebound, his 4th. Cap speeds into the front court now. Crosses over, enters the lane, kicks it back out to Hall. Hall's 3 is on the way. It's no good. Hunter Call pushing in there with Tisateski. Cochran with the foul. And Hunter Cochran will go to the line to shoot 2 shots here. 19.9 remaining. Maroon Devils on top by 2. And sophomore Hunter Cochran will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair for the Maroon Devils. First trip to the line tonight by the Maroon Devils. Colby Taylor is quickly off of the Maroon Devil bench. He will get Jesse Waldrop out. And, Mike, to be quite honest, it's refreshing to see Jesse play a full quarter. We've not got to see that in a while.
Absolutely.
He's been saddled with foul trouble more often than not. That one rolls around and off. Taylor and Call dig around at it, and now we got a foul call after the fact.
Oh, that took him a minute to find his whistle, didn't it?
Hunter Cochran, or Hunter Call, rather. We're in the 1-and-1, in case you're wondering. There's 17 seconds left to go in the first. This is going to be free throws from Landon Orr, a 1-and-1. Chance for the Knights to tie it here. So Orr makes good on this first one. And we'll now have a second one with a chance to tie the game at 16. And he does so. So 16 all with 16 seconds left. To the corner to Cochran. He steps around, lays it up and in. Nice move. And that's a carry with 1.1 left. That's no bucket. So Colby Taylor will throw it in once he moves up to where the official's at. He's engaged in a conversation with the Swain bench. Shot, steal by Caps. The shot is off. And that's going to do our first period of play with the game. Maroon Devils ahead, 18-16. Second quarter set to come your way here for Maroon Devils basketball. It'll be Swain ball on the side. Swain returns their starters here. It looks like Robbinsville's close. Shope stays in the ball game. Inside to Millsaps, who backs his way down, turns and goes inside, and he is fouled on the play. That's going to be on Tisateski, I believe. I'll have to confess that I have to look back out to make sure 21's not out there, because that particular official gives the signals backwards.
That's what I was just noticing.
Millsaps makes good on the first one. Maroon Devils 3-point lead as we're just into the second quarter of play. That shot rattles around and off and is picked up there by Landon Hall. I'm sure that was a much different post-up look last time he did it against a team than it was there tonight. Nice shot, though. Landon Orr with a big bucket down there. And that one out of bounds. It'll be Robbinsville steps out of bounds. It'll be Swain basketball. So Littlejohn takes the inbound pass, kicks it over to Waldrop. They look down low. Stuckey's got short corner again, and Stuckey with another bucket. Nicely done by Jack Stuckey, up to 6 here tonight. 21-18, three-point bulge for the Devils. Three on the way, back iron no good. Vestal's able to get that one. And now Swain with a chance to push this advantage. Scrambles all the way across to Littlejohn to the corner to Waldrop. He looked inside, there's high post. Back out to Vestal, shot on the way by Bradley, back iron no good. Waldrop can't get there, and Landon Hall with the rebound.
That high post has to be a shot that Nick develops. If he doesn't have it, we need it.
And we got a foul on the play. That's fortuitous for Swain. Landon Orr draws that one. And that will send Littlejohn to the free throw line for 1-1. Jediah Littlejohn, sophomore. And that one rattles out. Three-pointer on the way. That one's no good. Waldrop with the rebound.
Just kept working and trying to draw that foul, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he normally gets called that way.
High post with Millsaps. Vestal again with an open three. Millsaps goes down. You know that was by accident, right? They throw it right to Jediah Littlejohn, and he loses that one right back to Caps. Now gets it right back. And Hall comes away with it. Now goes cross court. Back to Caps to set the offense as Littlejohn will pick him up. Caps one step by him, goes in, lays it off, and that's laid in by Landon Hall. Nice dish from Caps. 20-21 your score. Caps almost has it. Now Littlejohn saves it back to Vestal. Vestal to Stuckey. Stuckey high off the glass, misses it. Millsaps there to stick it back in.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you can't like that basketball, you just don't like basketball.
That's exactly right. Nicely done by the Maroon Devils. After all of that, it's 23-20, Swain lead. Vestal with 2 fouls all over Chris Shope out there. Now he jumps in on Landon Hall. They go cross court. Waldrop can't get there. Vestal almost gets there. He's able to keep that off. Waldrop tips it to Stuckey. Stuckey looks for help and now finds it in the form of Bradley Vestal. Littlejohn to the bucket. Tries to get the shot off and is fouled over there. 2 shots by Landon Orr. Just a tick or two under 5 minutes now in the second period, and that will be Jediah Littlejohn back to the free throw line. And he makes good on this one to extend the Swain lead to 4. We've got Grady Garland and Hunter Brooks into the ball game. It's Garland's first appearance. Brooks returns as a starter. And now Littlejohn will have a second free throw, and it is up and good. So Jediah up to 5 on the night. A.J. Ornelius, 2 fouls in all, checks back into the Black Knight lineup for Landon Orr. So Chris Shope will walk it up now. Bradley Vestal will pick him up at half court in the Swain High man-to-man defense. 4:48 and counting. Vestal on Shope. Lil John digs at it. Lost possession. And now running one-hander. Millsaps went up, but was shoved from behind. And that'll be on Garland fresh into the ball game. And Nick Millsaps will get still shooting 1-1 at this juncture. So Big Nick will go to the line. We got a timeout, Black Knights. It'll be full. We'll take it along with them. 25-20 your score. So Nick will have a 1-1 as we return to action here. He has 3 points on the night so far, but did have early foul trouble, I should say. And Landon Hall pulls down the rebound, but loses a shoe in the process. They wait for him to get reshoot and enter the fray, as he just does. Shope works over there against Vestal, and now against Millsaps. Not much of an improvement when you go from Vestal to Waldrop defensively.
No, they're both going to block you down.
And Vestal reaches in and gets that steal. He's got Little John ahead of him, but nobody's going to stop him. And he goes in and lays that one in. So 27-20, the Maroon Devils open up a little bit of a lead here midway through the second quarter. Brooks on the drive, steps out of bounds right there. Coach Scotty Mack all the way down to the baseline to help with that call.
I guess they don't mind the help.
So 3:45, and Maroon Devils in a position to stretch this to their biggest lead of the night. Little John's lurking over on the wing in three-point territory. They go inside to Big Nick, and Nick lays it in. And it's a 9-point advantage now as the Black Knights call out the offense, and there's some miscommunication over there between Chris Shope and Landon Hall. Quickly into the game is Carson Eller for his first appearance tonight. He's got Ornelius. 3:21 remaining in the second period. And again, the Maroon Devils look to stretch to their largest lead of the night. Waldrop works with it against the 2-3 zone. They go inside, good pass, good scoop there by Big Nick. 3 on the way from Jediah on the opposite side. Nick's got that one. Well, it's not for the weak of heart in there right now. They're going to try to muscle up on Nick. And I'm not sure. Oh, whoa!
Whoa! How did that come out of there?
Wow, that was not what I was expecting, folks. At all. 3 fouls on Nick Millsaps for going up and having his arm grabbed. So, tough break, Nick. I think they call that one on you because you're 6'8". Not fair at all. He sits down for the remainder of this half. Hunter Cochran is in the game. And so the Knights...
double dribble right there, by the way.
It used to be back in my day.
Back when we played.
So the Knights step back 3 is no good. Little John over there for the rebound. And Vestal will now bring it up, 29-20. Swain looking to extend this run. Vestal spins his way in. Almost got a conventional three-point play out of that as he's fouled. That'll be on Garland, his second. And Vestal will go to the line here to shoot what I assume is a pair. We're at 10, so we should be in the bonus even if it is not a shooting foul on Vestal. Bradley's first one is good, and that gives him 9 points on the night. Clayson Lane back in for the Knights as they trail by 10 rather here in the second period. Vestal's second free throw finds the bottom, and he's up to 10 now. Caps calls the offense, now sprints the other way on Vestal. He's stopped there. Brooks takes the shot, misses it. Waldrop finds the rebound, and now the Devils will head the other way with a chance to maybe take big-time control of this game. That one bounces out. Cap's smallest person on the court comes in and grabs that rebound. He finds Brooks in the corner, shot on the way. It's all the way down but out, and Waldrop with his fifth rebound. Vestal with another opportunity. Cochran flashed open. Vestal didn't see him. Littlejohn on the wing now works. They look inside to Cochran, think better of it. Now Littlejohn reverses the ball, goes all the way to the hole. Nobody stops him. Jediah lays that in easily. And the Maroon Devil lead is now 13. Connor Hyatt off the Swain bench, most likely for Vestal in this final minute 30 with foul trouble. That's Eller with it inside. Waldrop with another steal for the Devils, and now they are up to maybe a 15-point lead here at the half, at the 1:20 mark before halftime. Littlejohn works his way through. Nice skip pass in there to Waldrop. Waldrop goes up with it and rolls home. Jesse with a bucket. Bradley Vestal with a nice dish. Timeout Swain. It's going to be 30. That's specifically for substitutions to get in this game with foul trouble, I feel like. But great lead on this run for the Maroon Devils.
Well, that's a nice thing for them, isn't it?
Yeah, 35-20, 15-point bulge, even though your starting center has 3 fouls. And they're doing everything they can to avoid Bradley Vestal picking up 3. This team, much like the girls' team before them, has suffered from foul trouble in the past. They're a little more deep to withstand those issues, but they sure would like to avoid them. So now the Black Knights will inbound the ball. We're at 1:13 before the end of the second period of play here from Swain High School. So Landon Orr will set the offense now. Hunter Cochran comes out to guard him. And that's Colby Lovin fresh into the game. Landon Orr with a 3 to stem the tide there of the Maroon Devils. And now Connor Hyatt will bring it up. As we said, Vestal takes a seat. We're under 40 to play in this half. Swain will be content to work the ball and get a last shot here, I feel certain. Hyatt on the wing. Dribble penetrates. Cochran's got it inside. Ill-advisedly puts it on the floor and has it taken away under there by Tisa Teskey. So Robbinsville now with a chance to cut this under 12 before they go into half. Or with a runner all the way in, Littlejohn goes up and rakes that one down impressively. So Jediah Littlejohn with his 3rd rebound. Now Connor Hyatt passes it over to Jediah. We're under 10. So we're at 6, under 5, 4, 3, 2. Somebody's going to have to shoot it. It's Hyatt. Rattles out at the buzzer. So the Maroon Devils will go into the halftime with a 35-23 lead over the Black Knights. And we're back, fans. Second half action almost ready to come your way. Maroon Devils with a 12-point advantage here to open the second half. It'll be Black Knight basketball. Swain returns its starters to the floor. Looks as though the Knights have done the same. They have. And now Dalton Capps, junior point guard, will set the offense. Brooks comes off a screen jumper and is good. Oh, check that. Place and lane. And now they're going to pressure the ball, and the takeaway right away from Littlejohn ahead to Capps. He lays it in. So not the start to the second half these Maroon Devils wanted. Stuckey beats the pressure, kicks it ahead to Littlejohn now. Batted out of his hand inside. Stolen away again, this time by Ornelius. So the Black Knights making their run to open the second half. They've changed things up defensively and gone to more pressure basketball, and it seems to be paying early dividends. Brooks again doesn't hesitate, shot on the way. And Hunter Brooks nails 2 buckets, and it's quickly down to 6. Scotty McMahon takes a timeout. It'll be 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here and remind you here on the Maroon Devils Network that you can stay caught up on everything that happens in the Maroon Nation by subscribing to maroondevils.com. You get information about articles in your inbox when you get up in the morning. So that's a good way to wake up with your Maroon Devil update, as well as be able to catch all of the exciting live action that we provide here on the Maroon Devils Network. So we're back to action here, 35-29 your score. Just not even a minute into this third period of play, and the Knights are on by my count, 6-0 run to open here. So Vestal and Millsap's working in. Millsap's up and under, misses that shot. Ornelius with a rebound. Capps into the front court, pulls up. And they move it back around inside. No look to Ornelius, and that is good from A.J. Ornelius. So the run continues for the Knights. And they are within 4, a steal in there by another timeout is Clayson Lane with a steal. Nope, check that. That's a warning for delay because they apparently kicked the ball.
Just like that, they're right back in this thing.
Yeah, 2-point advantage now for the Maroon Devils, and they pass right into a trap. Seemingly, Maroon Devils facing 4 people there. Waldrop breaks the tide with a big 3 right there from the senior off the Littlejohn pass. 4 assists on the night for Judea. Now they run off the screen again with Lane. His shot is off. Ornelius with it underneath, and he lays it in. So A.J. Ornelius proving to be a handful in there for the Maroon Devils' height. Quickly up court, they find Stuckey. Stuckey kicks it under, nicely done. Littlejohn's shot does not go. And Ornelius with a rebound. Ornelius all the way to the basket and a bucket. This game is a 1-point game.
The Black Knights decided to come back out and play, didn't they?
They certainly did.
Great heavenly days.
Nice tip pass.
Good job.
To Stuckey from Waldrop to break the run again. Now Capps brings it up court. And that will be Tisateski looking inside, and there's a shot on the way. Let's see who this is on. So Waldrop.
Yes, sir.
Hunter Call checks into the lineup for Jack Stuckey. 5:16 in the third.
Water.
And now Robbinsville inbound. Ornelius moves on Millsaps over there, spins his way in, fall away, and it goes.
At some point, we're going to have to match their intensity.
So Ornelius has come out the second half on fire. Vestal dribbles his way through, finds Collin the 3, no hesitation from Hunter. That's off. Waldrop over there with it, and he puts it in. So Jesse Waldrop with his 6th rebound to lead the Maroon Devils in that category has extended Swain's lead to 3. Vestal with a hand on that one. They're using Tisateski, guarded by Millsaps, to rotate the ball. They go inside to Ornelius. He weaves his way in. Offensive foul on Ornelius. That'll be his third, and that's big in this game.
Maybe that'll help slow him down a little bit.
I think that's going to get him on the bench, and that's the best way to slow him down.
Absolutely, we've had no answer for him defensively.
So he goes out with a quick 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 points by my count, and only 5 rebounds, but all 5 coming in the first few minutes of this third quarter. Now Vestal on the move, weaves his way in, hesitates short, grabbed in there by Landon Orr for the Knights. Orr into the front court, deep three on its way. It is way short. And that may have been a little bit of a heat check there by Orr as he signals to the bench that was his bad. Kicked ahead, batted out of there by Tisateski, and now here comes it. Caps racing the other way. Vestal cuts him off, and Caps will bring it back out to set the offense. Picks it up, sets it down over there to Clayson Lane, and Hunter Call with the rebound. And Coach Scotty McMahon asking Vestal to slow things down a little bit. He beats his man, comes back to Call. Now Call beats his man going to the left. Doesn't go for him, but he ends up on the ground. No call. Orr with the rebound. Orr brings it up. You could almost guarantee he was going to pass that time, and that one's a 3 on the way by Hunter Brooks. Here comes Waldrop. He steps under the foul and a block on the play. Will the bucket count? I believe it did. It did. So Jesse Waldrop with a bucket and a foul on Tisateski, his second. And now Waldrop will go to the line with the Maroon Devils a 44-42 lead. So Waldrop at the line for the first time tonight. Jesse already up to 12 points. And that one, back iron no good, rebounded in there by Orr. Shot on the way from Caps is short, crawls over the rim and goes. So Dalton Caps joins the parade, and now the Knights have their first lead at 45-44 with 3:16 left to go. No foul, now is a foul.
I'm always afraid on who's it on.
It's going to be number 11. That's Landon Orr, his third. By my count, that's going to get Chris Shope off the bench. He's going to get Hunter Brooks out of the lineup. And Vestal will inbound here from underneath Swain's own goal. Waldrop, a good catch on the release there. Now backs his way in, finds Vestal. Vestal penetrates around, has it blocked. Shot up and off. Millsaps in there. And that will be Swain basketball.
Nick's getting the benefit of no officiating.
No.
Wow. Wow.
So Call takes the inbounds pass. We're just under 3 minutes now in the third quarter. This game is raced by, it seems like.
Well, they have certainly been up tempo the entire ball game.
Vestal beats his man, goes all the way to the basket and lays that in. So Swain back on top by 1. Caps into the front court now. 2:33 in the third. That's Chris Shope on the wing. He goes against Littlejohn all the way to the paint. Bounces it off his foot somehow, maintains possession. And Hunter Call blocks that shot, but it will be called for the foul.
Must have got him with the body.
Must have. Call is out. Noah Wolf checks in for the Maroon Devils. So this is going to be Shope to inbound. And that's a 3 on the way over there from Orr. Littlejohn races the other way with it. Finds Vestal left open for a clean look at a 3, and that's good for Bradley Vestal. So 49-45, under 2 to go in the third. That was a good no call in my book. And Littlejohn leads the race to get that one to go, and the Maroon Devils are back up by 6 just like that. Tisateski with the ball fake back outside to Shope. Shope improves his position inside. We got 3 seconds. We have to. As Nor Lane left the paint, or the lane, if you will. Greg Garland back in. He had 2 fouls in the first half, and that's probably why he's in again, to mix it up with Nick Millsaps in hopes of picking up Millsaps' foul. Wolf dives in to try to strip that one away, and he's going to get called for the foul. Noel showing good sportsmanship, trying to help the man up. And it will be Black Knight basketball from right in front of their own bench. It's Tisateski on the inbound here. And he finds Shope, who walks the tightrope. Now they come over, Waldrop with it. Can he poke it out there? Littlejohn can. Can he win the race? He can. It goes in, is hammered, makes the play.
No foul.
No foul. So we'll go the other way now. 8-point advantage, under a minute here in this third period of play. It's Shope with the ball. He works against Littlejohn. To Tisateski working against Waldrop. Waldrop all over him. Littlejohn fights for it, and he gets it away. Vestal and Littlejohn now. Vestal will take it and finish it. And the Maroon Devils back up to 10 here to end this third period of play so far. Vestal and Waldrop work defensively over there. They try to bounce it back, and it comes right to Millsaps. Now it's Littlejohn, tries to go to his right. And we got a foul on the floor with 11.6 left. 12?
Yes, sir.
So it's on Bryce Tisateski, his third. We are not in the 1-and-1. That's going to be Swain ball out. 11.6 your time, Swain basketball. Waldrop to Wolf. Back to Vestal. Corner 3 on its way. Back iron no good. Millsaps collects it. Goes up against 4 Black Knights over there and is fouled on the play. That's going against Clayson Lane, his third. Nick Millsaps will get a pair. And it's going to be Colby Taylor at the line. No, check that at the scorer's table. Millsaps at the line. Nick misses his first. Now Taylor will check in for Vestal. Aiden Pond up off the bench as well. And he's going to get Millsaps a breather here with 3.8 left in this one. Nick with his second one on the way. He back irons that one. Waldrop fights for it but can't get past Tisateski over there. He comes away with it. And that shot is in the rafters. So that's going to take us through 3 full with the Maroon Devils on top, 55-45. So we're set for the final 8 here from Swain High School, folks. It's a 10-point advantage for the Maroon Devils. They return their starters to the floor, and I'm sure during the break between quarters, Robbinsville trying to recapture some of that magic they opened the third quarter where they come back and took a lead, only to have the Maroon Devils storm back and pull off to a 10-point advantage. Now the Maroon Devils work the ball with a screen cut offense here. Littlejohn turns the corner, goes all the way to the hole, lays it up and in. Jediah Littlejohn, 13 on the night for Littlejohn to go along with 5 assists. So now it's Caps working again. No, check that. Shope working against Vestal. They try to work it inside to Clayson Lane again, who had success in the third quarter, and that is, I'm having a hard time reading their numbers, to be honest with you. That's Hall. And Littlejohn's hit across the face as he lays that one in. But no foul called on that. 59-47. Waldrop is going to get called for the block here on Hall, as Hall going to the basket.
It's going to be 3 on him.
So 7:08 remaining in this one. Maroon Devils on top by 12. Robbinsville looking to dig into this lead. They come off the screen inside to Clayson Lane, and he lays that in. There's a steal by Lane. He misses it. Waldrop had it. Lane was out of bounds. And now we got Waldrop for being out of bounds. So go figure.
They seem to open the period with all sorts of intensity, and we just don't seem ready to match that.
Ornelius, that guy again. That's going to, if that's on Waldrop, that's 4. And it's on Vestal.
3 on Bradley.
So Ornelius will go back to the line. He is 1 of 2 tonight. He was one of the main providers of that intensity in that run in the third quarter before picking up his 3rd foul. You have to point out, honestly, that things fell off for the Knights as soon as he left the ball game, to be honest.
It sure did.
Kick. And that's a kick ball. They're going to get him this time.
They call that about 1 every 3 times.
I think you're right.
Ratio somewhere.
You and I have talked about whether that was even a violation anymore.
I thought maybe it had changed.
So Waldrop and Vestal beat the press. Littlejohn clean look at a 3. It's on its way, and it's down. Littlejohn continues to add on to his fine night, and now the Knights are going to turn that one over. It will be Swain basketball as Vestal pestered Shope enough into an error. Now Waldrop will inbound from midcourt to Vestal, and the Maroon Devils will set their offense. Vestal turns the corner, goes all the way to the hole, then backs it back out, finds Waldrop, and that's over to Littlejohn. He turns the corner, kicks it back out to Vestal. Vestal finds a way to the bucket and is fouled on the play. That will be on Landon Hall, I believe. Yes. Hall's first. And Vestal will go to the line. Vestal was 17 on the night, looking for 18 here. And he's got 17. Did I say 17 before? 18 now. And he will have a second free throw coming his way. And he's got it. So Maroon Devils back up to a 64-51 lead. The Knights need to dig into this at this point. We're approaching 6 minutes left to go in the game. Shope turns the corner, gives the ball back to Clayson Lane. Lane on the floor, drives and scores. That seems to be Lane's forte. And they got a timeout prior to the inbounds pass, apparently. And it will be Maroon Devil basketball with 6 minutes exactly remaining in this game. Swain up by 11. Looks like a full timeout, but to me, the only thing that can come out of this timeout is Robbinsville turning up the pressure defensively and trying to force more turnovers with that same intensity they found to open the third quarter.
I think that's their best hope, is to be able to attack and see if they can get some more guys in foul trouble. We've got 2 or 3. He'll try to exploit that, I would assume. He's got a pretty deep bench over there.
Millsaps with 3, Vestal with 3, and Waldrop with 3 for the Maroon Devils. That's the cases there. Hunter Call with 2 Everyone else that has fouls only has one. So it'll be Jesse Waldrop to inbound. And the Knights appear to be in a zone press at this juncture, a 1-2-1-1 as they fall back. So they inbound here, and now we'll work the ball back and forth to cause the defense to work. Pass ahead to Littlejohn. He throws it ahead to Stuckey. Stuckey finds it, pass to Vestal on the way. Back iron no good. Waldrop knocks it out of bounds. It will be Robbinsville basketball. So here come the Knights now, 5:47 remaining. Shope guarded by Vestal. He turns the corner over there. Goes by, that's poked out of there. Let's see who that foul is going to be whistled on. Vestal. So 4 on Bradley Vestal. Connor Hyatt will try to buy a few minutes here with Vestal on the bench. 5:40 remaining in this game. And Robbinsville will inbound the ball. Shope with it. Littlejohn jumps on him. Hyatt switches off. Ornelius battling desperately for position on the block with Jesse Waldrop. There's a 3 on the way. That's front iron no good. Ornelius with a rebound. And that's going to be on Waldrop. And that's 4 on him.
And just like that.
And just like that. A.J. Ornelius, who to me is that guy for Robbinsville. He's providing the energy and the spark and the points. So back to 10. 14 for Ornelius to go along with 5 rebounds, but they've all been huge rebounds when he's gotten them.
Absolutely.
Second one on the way is good. And so Littlejohn will inbound to Hyatt. Hunter Call checked in for Waldrop. Kicked ahead to Call. He backs it back out, hands it off to Littlejohn. Littlejohn dogged by 2 Black Knights. And now Call tries to throw through it, and it's stolen. It's stolen back. Littlejohn tries to get that one to go, but he's fouled on the play. And if that's on Ornelius, that's his 4th. So that's big for the Knights. As we said, he's their
huge help for us.
Oh yeah, he's their energy provider. Off the bench quickly is Hunter Brooks. Let's see if he's going to get Ornelius. Jediah Littlejohn back to the free throw line to shoot a pair here, and he makes the first one. Nope, it's going to be Clayson Lane, so they're going to stick with Ornelius until the end at this point. I understand that strategy perfectly.
Absolutely.
So the second one front iron and crawls over for Littlejohn. And we're going to let him in the game, and that's Ornelius checking out. Landon Orr checking in. 5:01 exactly. Maroon Devils on top by 11. And this will be Chris Shope into the front court. They're desperately trying to get Landon Orr open, and there's Brooks for a 3. I'd miss that too if you had Nick Millsaps running at you. Connor Hyatt with the ball fake, misses it. Millsaps there to collect it. He puts it back in. And that is Littlejohn gets the rebound there, is pushed, and that will go Robbinsville's way. 68-57, 4:24 remaining. The Knights to inbound it. That's Orr for 3, and he's got it. Stuckey with it. To the corner to Call. He ball fakes, goes all the way in, and is excuse me, call for an offensive foul.
We are letting them crawl right back into this thing, Coach.
4:07 remain. That's Brooks works with it over on the wing. Floater on the way, no good. Rebounded over there by Landon Orr. Jesse Waldrop up off the Swain bench. Hunter Call ball fakes, goes all the way to the hole, and lays it in. Nicely done by Call. His first points of the night. Couldn't have come at a more opportune time. 70-62, 3:36 in counting. Shope, or from the corner, and it's good. Timeout by the Knights as they trail it 70-64 here. And they're going to take a full one. We'll take it with them. Set the stages for you. We're at 3:30 remaining in this one. The Maroon Devils with a 6-point advantage. Lineup is Jesse Waldrop is checked back in. Connor Hyatt, Jediah Littlejohn, Hunter Call. They beat the pressure. Now Call beats the trap. Hyatt beats the trap of 3, finds Millsaps. He's got Littlejohn 3 on the way for Jediah. He's knocked down, no call. Waldrop goes flying out of bounds. Hunter Call gets hit in the back of the head. And Littlejohn puts it in for 22 points on the night for Jediah. And a big offensive rebound for Hunter Call to keep that possession alive. We're back to 8, under 3 minutes. Shope puts his head down, and he's going to be the beneficiary of a good bailout call there, and that's going to be on Hunter Call, apparently for reaching in. And Hunter has 4 fouls now in limited action tonight. And the Knights reach the 1-1. It'll put Chris Shope on the line. And back into the ballgame is going to be Clayson Lane. He's going to get Hunter Brooks out. So this will be Shope. Shope makes his first attempt tonight. Cut it to 7. And now we'll have a second one for his troubles. The junior, who has 3 assists on the night, is seeking his second point, and there it is. And now Hyatt dribbles up court on the press. Littlejohn crosses over, has it stolen. Hyatt steps in, goes for the steal, can't get it. Timeout, Maroon Devils. Clayson Lane with another steal and lay in for 8 points for Lane. And 4 steals. So it is now a 4-point advantage. 2:48 remaining. Timeout Swain. As Coach Scotty McMahon will talk strategy here. And the Maroon Devils have 20 points, 22 points now from Jediah Littlejohn on the night, 19 from Bradley Vestal. Vestal on the bench with 4 fouls. Jesse Waldrop, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He also has 4 fouls on the night as well. So, heading down the stretch, home run here, 2:48. And we saw the Knights come back from a double-digit deficit once tonight. Can they do it again is the million-dollar question.
If we don't match that intensity, they will. Because they are certainly ready to scrap, and I hope we are.
Swain, not only does Vestal and Waldrop have 4 fouls, but now Hunter Call has 4, and Nick Millsaps has 3. He has played the whole second half with those 3 fouls. Vestal back into the lineup. So Swain now returns starters with the exception of Connor Hyatt. And Hyatt inbounds to Vestal, right back to Hyatt. He sweeps it away. Now goes ahead to Littlejohn. Littlejohn bounced pass to Millsaps, who's hammered on the play and will go to the line. That's on Landon Orr, his 4th. So foul trouble beginning to mount for both sides just a little bit. Ornelius and Orr both with 4 fouls. 2 shots now for Nick because it was a shooting foul, so he'll go to the line and knocks the first one down.
Well, given the fact that Landon seems to really like to shoot the three-pointer, I hope he fouls out pretty quick.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. Millsap's second one now to push the lead back to 6. That one's off, and Orr with the rebound. Head down all the way to the bucket. No foul call. Jump ball that quickly. It will remain with the Black Knights, but considering the circumstances, that was better than a foul on that.
Which is what I expected him to call.
So Orr out at that line. He penetrates, catches Waldrop in the mouth on the shot, and he has his 18th point of the night now. Waldrop, ill-advised dribble, picked off there by Shope. Vestal bugs him, but Shope still makes the bucket, and we are down to a 1-point lead. And again, pressure becoming a bugaboo for these Maroon Devils. Hyatt 3 on the way. That one's off. Vestal with a rebound. Tries to get it up through that traffic. Millsap shoots it over the goal. Come on, people. So Robbinsville with 1:48 can take the lead here on a bucket. Hall works it out front to Shope. Wide open look, as you said, by Hall. And he's going to get called for an offensive foul, and that's 5.
Oh, yes,
he is
sir.
Fouled out of this ball game with a push on Bradley Vestal. So 1:38 remaining, and Landon Hall with 18 points sits down. A.J. Ornelius checks back into the ball game, though, and that's not necessarily great news for the Maroon Devils, as Ornelius has been pretty spot on. Waldrop breaks the trap, hands it back to Vestal. Vestal is trapped over there. Hands it back to Waldrop. Waldrop puts it on the floor. Millsaps has got it now. Holy
that's
cow.
That's got to be a foul right there now.
Nick got that ball back, and we got an injured player on the floor. So he ended up on the bottom of that scrum with Nick, and you don't win that one. Nick got the fumble.
That kid all but broke Nick's arm, though, and they didn't make no call.
I know. I started to say, if they're going to stop play when we have a 5-on-4 advantage and the kid's okay, then what would stop you from falling down on every play? So he checks out. That's Bryce Tisateski. In comes Chris Shope. And the Maroon Devils, unfortunately, have to inbound the ball again. I would feel much better about that if they would get A.J. Ornelius' hand off of Nick's hip as they try to post Nick up down there. Vestal inbounds the ball right in front of that timeline, finds Waldrop. Waldrop pull up behind Millsaps and knocks that one down. Big play by Jesse, 15 on the night for him. 3-point advantage raked away, but they couldn't steal it. And now back up top. Waldrop reaching for it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Golly, Pete, be smart.
Jesse Waldrop is fouled out of the game now.
Just like that.
With 1 minute exactly remaining in this one. Tisateski back in. Jack Stuckey will get Waldrop. And more importantly, the clock stops, and the Black Knights shoot a pair of free throws here to pull back to within 1. This is Shope, who is 2 of 2 from the line. That one worked out well for me.
I don't know if it's you or the cheerleaders. Y'all were working together.
Give them full credit since they're going to go again.
Might be the Bows.
It worked. And that one is in and to within 1 with a timeout. So with 48.7 seconds remaining, the Maroon Devils cling to a 1-point lead. This is, amazingly enough, a 30-second timeout. I didn't think anybody would have any of those left, but apparently Robbinsville did.
Must have saved one.
I guarantee you. They may be like Dean Smith used to be. They had 5 or 6 left over from a Duke game last year he was using. Maybe that's the case here. So the Maroon Devils will have the ball with 48.7 seconds left. They do not have to score again to win. Only thing they got to do is be able to hang on to the ball for 48 seconds.
They better break that press.
They got to break the press. There's no doubt about that. One of the main contributors to being able to break the press, Jesse Waldrop, has fouled out of this ballgame, as has Landon Orr for the Knights. A.J. Ornelius, number 1, has 4 fouls. And Bradley Vestal and Hunter Call both have 4 fouls for the Maroon Devils. It'll be Swain ball out of bounds, full court away from their home basket. It's Vestal, Hyatt, and Littlejohn to break the press. They have 10 seconds to do it, you remember. Now Vestal turns and heads up court, all the way down. He's grabbed, hammered, and we got a foul. Vestal's got him around the arms. So that's a fortuitous call. We'll wait and see how it shakes out. Bradley Vestal's wrapped up by the Black Knights there and then hit in the face. And we're waiting like you are to see how this shakes out. 36.4. And if we've got a foul, then that will be 2 shots for Bradley to start with as he wrapped it up right there. And then was swiped across the face as he was held after the whistle had already blown. And so we got a technical. And that should be a foul on Clayson Lane, and if it's a foul and a technical, then Clayson Lane is out of this ball game as well. And on top of that, Bradley Vestal will shoot 4 free throws, and Swain will get the ball out. So explanations given to both coaches. I'm not sure that Robbinsville's coach agreed with the explanations, which is generally good news for the Maroon Devils. So 2 shots here for Vestal. And let's see if he can make these. And he does not. Misses the first one. He'll get 1 more here, and if I'm not mistaken, 2 more for the technical. Lots of noise from the Robbinsville side. And Bradley knocks that one down to make it a 2-point lead. And now he gets 2 more for the technical. And if, like I said, if that's on Clayson Lane, both of them, then by my count, that would be 5 fouls on him. But it looks like they've given something to Tisateski. Number 12 is on the board with 4 fouls. So I guess Lane may have received the technical. And 3 out of 4 for Vestal gives the Maroon Devils a 4-point advantage, 78-74, with 36.4 seconds. But the one thing we've seen about this game from the second half is this is far from over.
Oh, absolutely far from over.
There's a lot of fouls, a lot of basketball left in this one. And the Maroon Devils have to maintain composure at this juncture because the precedent's already been set with 1 technical, meaning they're not going to tolerate a whole lot, so there's no room for retaliation anymore. If you don't like what happened to you, it's just got to get called. And it's going to be rugged the rest of the way. This is going to turn into a football game.
Yeah, it'll be bump and grind here for just a minute.
So the Maroon Devils will break huddle with Jack Stuckey, Bradley Vestal, Connor Hyatt, Jediah Littlejohn, and Nick Millsaps on the court. Jesse Waldrop has fouled out with 13 points. Bradley Vestal now with 22 points on the night. Again, Mike, it's worth pointing out that the Maroon Devils do not have to score in order to win this ball game.
No, they just need to hang on to the basketball.
Which could be tougher said than done. Again, they set up with Nick on the low block against A.J. Ornelius. And Vestal breaks for the bucket wide open and misses the layup. And it bounces out to Connor Hyatt. Hyatt tosses it out of the way, and Coach Scotty McMahon imploring his troops to take it back out and quit shooting. For all that is sacred and holy, don't shoot again. Bradley Vestal is fouled. He will receive 2 free throws, which is what the Maroon Devils should be content to shoot the rest of the way. Vestal with 22 on the night leads the Maroon Devils. He and Jediah Littlejohn both have 22. And now 23 into the game is Hunter Brooks. He will get Clayson Lane. And now Vestal will have his second free throw on the way. That one's good as well. So the Knights race up court, 25 seconds and counting. Schoep works against Vestal, weaves his way around. Vestal with a steal, and now the Maroon Devils can milk the clock out, but Vestal is fouled over there by Bryce Tisateski, and that should be 5 on him. By my count, it is. So before Vestal shoots these free throws, it will be Tisateski going out, Clayson Lane checks in. Check that. He does not check in. So I have no earthly idea what's going on at this point. I know the Robbinsville fans are not very happy with whatever's going on.
Evidently, he's the one that caught the technical, and there was an ejection.
There are advantages to having headphones. And back in the game will be Dalton Capps. And Vestal will now have 2 free throws to shoot with a chance to push the 6-point lead to 8 and maybe make it insurmountable, at least to a point where we can breathe as Maroon Devil fans again. And Vestal misses the first one of those. So Maroon Devils need to not foul at this juncture at all to stop the clock. Clock is their friend. It needs to maintain and keep running. Vestal knocks that one down. Clayton Lane, and Vestal didn't even touch him, but that's the point in guarding him.
Just stay away from him.
And the problem now becomes that their primary ball handler, Bradley Vestal, has fouled out with 14 seconds left. And so at the line will be Capps. It's his first trip to the line tonight, 14.3, and he misses the first one. He'll have a second one now. 81-74 is your score. So a 7-point advantage for the Maroon Devils. That one rattles around and out. Jack Stuckey with the ball, and Jack would like his arm back to shoot this free throw. So Stuckey will go to the line with a chance to put this game on ice with 12.0 seconds left. Aiden Pond is going to check in for Stuckey, and he will get a pair of free throws here. It's his first trip to the line tonight. Good job by Stuckey to make that first one. And Pond is going to get Millsaps, and it's 82-74 at this point. And Stuckey makes the second one. Jack Stuckey, a good night, 10 points and 3 rebounds, 3 on the way from Capps. Pond fights for it. Stuckey comes out of there with it, and he is mauled and then shoved by Come on, Jack, knock him down. Stuckey with another pair of free throws here, 83-74. We're at 3 seconds. That foul was on Dalton Capps, his first of the night. Good job by Stuckey. That's 11 for him on the night. And he makes the second one. They'll roll that up court. Capps got it, kicks it over to Schoep, and we're down to 0. That's going to do it, fans. Our Maroon Devils come away with an 85-74 win over the Black Knights. Good night all around as Bradley Vestal had 25 points, Jediah Littlejohn 22. Both of those numbers unofficially. We'll be back with you next Tuesday as Blue Ridge is in town for more action here on the Maroon Devils Network. Thanks for joining us.